In this video, I'm gonna share with you the 3 best ways to sell your sports cards and the 3 different scenarios and when to sell your sports cards according to each scenario. So there's 3 ways to sell your sports cards. eBay, number 1. Number 2 is social media. Number 3 are actual live sports card shows, and I'll go through each one individually and when I use each one. So number 1, eBay. So eBay is probably my least favorite way to sell my sports cards. Why? Absorbent fees, and it's pretty damn unpredictable. Now, when I use eBay, me personally, I really only use auctions. Very rarely will I put something out there for best offer. And I'll only sell common cards through eBay, and really if I'm being a little bit lazy and I don't feel like going and selling it myself. Let me give you an example. A card I would sell on eBay is, let's say, a Chet Holmgren Silver. Okay, it's a very common card, and I know if I go and auction this card, it's gonna sell for about $250. So it's very predictable. I could auction it, close my eyes, and I know exactly what I'm gonna get. That's when I use eBay, when I know for basically a foregone conclusion, I'm gonna make money. Now, the way I would not use eBay is like this, and I had a student do this one time. And so he had an out of 5 Contenders Auto Basketball. Out of 5 means there's only 5 in the world. It's very rare. And when you auction a rare card on eBay, what happens? People don't really know what it's worth. They get a little trigger shy and they're like, I'm gonna bid low. And these cards that are rare usually don't sell for what you want them to on eBay, not because it's not worth much, it's just because people don't know what it's worth and want to be careful. So basically what I'm trying to tell you, the more rare the card, go away from eBay. You could put it out there for best offer because you control what you get, but I would not auction cards on eBay that are rare. I would only auction common cards. You know what they sell for, you know what you're gonna get, bottom line. Number 2, my personal favorite way to sell sports cards is through social media, and there's a few reasons why. And personally, Facebook groups are, I'm gonna go out and say it, the best way to sell your sports cards. Facebook groups, there's a million of them. There's not one special sports card Facebook group where it's like the best place to sell your cards. You could literally go on Facebook, type in sports cards, filter by groups, and just start joining all of them. It's free, so why not, right? Now, this is for a few reasons. Number 1, the people contact you, right? If you put a post out there, they message you and comment you, so there's a lot of intent behind them wanting to buy your cards. Like eBay, you have to kind of like put your cards out there, if that makes sense. But Facebook is very easy, right? You just post it in a group and people start messaging you. Number 2, and this should be obvious, there's no fees. When you do a deal on Facebook, if people know who you are, they'll pay you through Venmo, through Cash App, through Zelle with 0 fees. If they don't know who you are, they'll probably pay you through PayPal, goods and services, and what that means is they're paying you through PayPal with a little bit of a fee, so they're protected just in case you're a scammer. Hopefully you're not a scammer, but even if they pay you through PayPal goods and services, it's just a 2.9% fee. That's it, 2.9%, as opposed to eBay, they take about a 13% fee total, right? And lastly, the reason I love Facebook groups, because of the connections you build, right? This is what people don't think about. When you do a deal with someone and you sell a sports card to someone, chances are you can probably sell more sports cards to them in the future, right? So when you do it, take down their number or their Facebook profile and put it all in a spreadsheet. So when you get cards back from grading or you're going to sell cards again, you could just hit these people up, just DM them, and it makes life way easier. At this point, I have like hundreds of people in my phone that I've sold sports cards to because I've kept this data and I've built these connections over time. So I don't need to go on eBay or post on Facebook a lot of the time or go to card shows. I can just hit people up and just say, hey, you interested in these cards? And boom, it's very easy. They know who I am. They pay me straight cash with no fees, and it's pretty incredible. Build connections, get people's phone numbers, right? It's a way so you never have to use eBay or spend a lot of time selling sports cards again. You can just boop, that's it. Just text them. If you're enjoying the content of the video and want to learn how to make a side income with sports cards, I spent the past 3 months putting together a training to show you exactly how it's done in detail. Sports cards has allowed me to live a life beyond my wildest imagination, and I'm thankful for the hobby every single day. That is the reason I teach sports cards, and I'm so passionate about it. At the end of the training, we offer a paid program where you can work closer with me. However, I do not want you joining until you've watched the training I put together. It will show you exactly what's inside the program and how to make money with sports cards, and from there, you can make an educated decision. If you'd like to sign up for the training, either scan the QR code on the screen or text the word Eric to 973-755-9486, or click the link in the description. Just to repeat it, if you'd like to sign up and watch the training, scan the QR code or text Eric to 973-755-9486, or click that link in the description. Now let's get back to the video. Number 3, kind of piggybacking off of social media, are sports card shows. So honestly, sports card shows are not a good place to sell cards, especially to dealers. So the way a sports card show works is, you can imagine, there's a bunch of dealers set up, right? Bunch of dealers set up, and there's a bunch of people walking around. I'm one of those people that likes to walk around. I don't like to sit at my booth all day. I gotta move around and do stuff. Now, selling to a dealer, right? They're a dealer for a reason. They're there to make money. Usually they're gonna offer you like 70 to 80% of what the card's worth, so probably not the best way to sell your cards. However, doing deals with people walking around the show, like not dealers, the walkers, you can call them, these are good people to do deals with because they'll pay you strong. And just like I said with social media and Facebook groups, when you do a deal with someone, you've built a lot of rapport. You guys have actually met in person. You guys, there's a lot of trust, and get their phone number. And basically what I do is, when I get their phone number, I just put their name and put cards behind it. So when I go on my iPhone and type in the word cards, all these people pop up that I've done deals with or that I've met through sports card shows. And the best way to do deals with these buyers or walkers, whatever you want to call them, is going to trade nights or trade conventions. So how a sports card show works is, usually the show will last from like 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. People will be in the hall or the convention center, walking around, doing their thing, doing deals. And usually at a hotel, a surrounding hotel at night, in a lobby or a convention center in the hotel, there's a trade night. And that's where regular people, or walkers if you want to call them, walk around and do deals with each other. And these people are a lot easier to do deals with because they're not sharks looking to take you for every dollar. Okay, so that's how I use card shows to sell my cards. Trade conventions, really good. When I do sell cards, take down their phone number, and that's it. So eBay, social media, and card shows are the 3 ways to sell your sports cards. Hopefully I outlined each one. And honestly, just between you and I, because I know I'm going to get this question, like, where do you sell most of your cards? It's through Facebook groups. Probably like 80 to 90% of the cards I sell are through Facebook groups and just texting people on my phone. But you're able to build these connections over time by going to card shows and going in these Facebook groups. So hopefully this answered your question of where and when to sell your sports cards according to each platform. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.